done for me.
My thumbs are my favorite part. I love the detail on this. Yeah, let's see how long it takes before these get on my nerves, but next time I'm in Korea, I'll definitely be going back and be doing one of their designs. Today is day 2 of my glow up series in Korea. I'm currently on my way to an appointment to get my makeup professionally done. And the context is obviously I have Asian features, specifically I have very Korean features, yet I live in America, but I feel like I don't do Americanized makeup well, nor do I do Korean makeup well. Basically, I feel like I don't do makeup that is best suitable for my face and the features that I have. And so naturally, with me being in Korea, and just with the technique that is here, I kind of want to get my face professionally done, if you will, just to get a sense of like, am I not maximizing my potential? So I have some looks in mind and I'm going for a more Americanized look, if you will, but using Korean technique. I don't think I've ever gotten my makeup professionally done, so I'm kind of nervous, but cheers to trying new things. You guys, not to jump the gun here, but I'm gonna spoil the outcome by saying that I was obsessed with my final look, which I did not expect. Like at all. Let me backtrack a bit. I wanted to get my makeup professionally done, really just to find out if I'm not maximizing my full potential. What the hell does that mean?
핸드폰 거치대 해드릴까요?
아, 네.
네.
Basically, I suck at makeup, but like, how bad? And how much better could I be looking if I just had a little bit of help? Also, I have monolids and I definitely don't do makeup that's best suited for my monolids, which is I guess what I'm trying to do and figure out now. So while I'm in Korea, I figured why not get my makeup done by someone who looks like me. So this is the lovely makeup artist that I booked, and honestly just her having monolids herself made the decision kind of easy and like made me trust her. These were some of the inspo photos that I showed her. I said that I preferred a more westernized look that still suited my Asian features, smokier eyes but still not too heavy. And now that my lashes are on, she's building that depth and dimension with the eyeshadow, and yep, I'm definitely not doing my eye makeup correctly because this looks so good. And she's starting closer to the base of my eye or closer to my lash line and then bringing that up, versus I feel like traditionally a lot of eyeshadow work begins in the crease for people with double eyelids, and again, I obviously do not have that. And honestly, during this appointment, I wish I was paying more attention to what she was doing and like taking pictures of everything she was using, because again, I didn't think I'd like my end results as much as I did. So during the appointment, I was just there, like sat, relaxed, yapping and not paying as much attention, which is kind of unfortunate. And it may look like she's not doing much, but trust me, she is adding so much dimension and like little details to my eyes that I definitely am not doing. And another big thing is I don't think I shape my eyebrows in the most suitable way, nor do I think I use the best product for my eyebrows, and I really like whatever she did here. Her assistant did dermaplane my eyebrows and shape them a bit at the beginning of the appointment, and I think that alone really structured my brows. I unfortunately don't know what she used other than the fact that it was some sort of brown pencil, and by the looks of it, I think one that you actually have to sharpen. Yeah, the way she's arching my brows, the way she's filling in the ends, I definitely am not doing that. And here she was explaining that based on the type of eyes that I have, if I were to extend that smoky eyeshadow too close to the brow bone or bring it up more than I should, it could make my eye area in general appear a bit swollen. So that's why she kept and is recommending that I keep my eyeshadow closer to the base of my eye. I felt so pampered here, like hello, two people working on my face, but they were just spot concealing here. And even with blush, I feel like I don't use the right shade of blush that looks best against my skin tone, but I really liked what she used and even the specific placement and technique. You can see that she's starting on the outer portion of my face first and then bringing it closer to the center versus starting at the center and then blending out. She's also using two blushes, one that's more nude and another that's pink-ish, rather than going straight in with the pink first. And that's because she said if you go in with the pink first, it might be too much too fast, which is why she's kind of blending the two and then building upon that pink. Like you can tell that I'm wearing blush, but in the subtlest of ways, and I think it looks so pretty. I will say though, I could have done without the lips. My natural lips have a bit of a purple undertone, so lip colors just have never really looked that great on me. But this is the final look. I love so much, and I bet some people might think like, girl, you don't really look all that different. No, I do, but in such a subtle way, which is exactly what I wanted. I didn't want to look like a completely different person. I still wanted to look like me, but just more enhanced, if you will. And you guys, this was my favorite thing that I did in this glow up series, and I would highly recommend.
So that makeup appointment pretty much just confirmed to me that I'm not out here maximizing my full potential, because I surprisingly, like extremely surprisingly, like my results way more than I thought I would. I've never gotten my makeup done in America, but if I had to, I would probably be very hesitant about it because I wouldn't trust that the artist would be as familiar working with faces and features like mine. And I think that's primarily just because I have monolids, and And growing up and living in America, my preference still leans more like westernized makeup. Yes, as much as I like western quote makeup, I have Korean features, so like how do we balance the two kind of thing. And the biggest thing for me is I hate the way that I do my eyeliner, but I can't help it because I've been doing it that way for so long. But I draw my liner until you can see it, because otherwise if I only draw one thin line, you're literally not going to be able to see it because I don't have a crease. So whenever I close my eyes, you'll just see like a relatively thick slab of black. But the thing is, like, I don't have a slab of black liner right now. The way she did the smokiness was like closer to my lash line, and then she drew a wing, which I never do, and I think that just creates more harmony within my eyes. So yeah, I feel like my look is more of that like smoky eye, but still complementing my specifically Korean and Asian features. That was my goal, but I was still a little hesitant just because at the end of the day we are in Korea and the beauty standard here is very different than America, obviously. So I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to achieve the look that I was going for. So the fact that my expectations were surpassed, I was like, oh shit, I'm really not out here optimizing my full potential. So now I'm just so glad that I have a point of reference. And she was saying that she does like one-on-one makeup lessons, and honestly I might do that so I can learn exactly the technique that she used and what she did. So I guess stay tuned, you'll know in this vlog. But I'm a little sad that it's the end of the day and I have to wash all this off. But yeah, 10 out of 10 experience, would highly recommend. But time to wash all this off.
It's actually been a week since my last clip. I'm just wearing the same jacket, but I feel crusty and dusty as hell right now, but that's because I'm on my way to the same makeup artist who did my makeup last week. I liked my results so much that I booked a one-on-one lesson with her, so that's where I'm going right now. After that, I'm going to get my hair done. As of right now, I'm thinking of going back to my original hair color and just getting a haircut, but the hairstylist does consultations with all of her clients at the top of the appointment. So let's see if I change my mind, but that's the plan for today. Makeup part 2 and then hair. you guys, we're officially on the last leg of this glow up process and we're ending with some skin treatments. I was nervous about this because this was my first time doing any sort of cosmetic work, aka needles to the face, but I'm in Korea. There was no way I wasn't gonna take advantage of trying some of the most advanced treatments in the skincare world. My biggest criteria was getting my treatments done by a board certified dermatologist. Definitely do your own proper research when it comes to anything medical or cosmetic related. What works for someone may not work for you and vice versa. So please do your own research. But anyway, for the actual treatments, one, I definitely wanted some sort of microneedling. My biggest skin concern is and always has been hyperpigmentation. And I was interested in Pico, but this clinic doesn't do Pico and they only had Potenza. I believe Pico is a bit more surface level targeting, while Potenza goes deep to stimulate more of that healing response to all the acne scars, texture, etc. I landed on a Potenza package. 2, I knew I wanted to try Regerin while I was here. If you've ever heard of salmon DNA skincare, yeah, it's this. Some benefits are it boosts collagen, deep hydration, reduces wrinkles, improves elasticity, and encourages cell regeneration. AKA this is what a lot of Koreans get to get that quote glass skin. The downside, I heard it's painful as shit. The dermatologist said, you know, if you're nervous about the pain, you can do 3cc instead of 4cc, but no, go big or go home. And lastly, I also wanted to get some moles removed. Okay, I didn't film my actual treatments, but dude, when I tell you, I was already mentally preparing for how painful Regerin was probably gonna be. Imagine my surprise when I start with the Potenza first, and I was like, oh my God, if this already hurts this bad, how the hell am I gonna be able to do Regerin? Because Potenza hurt so much more than I expected. Don't get me wrong, Regerin did hurt more, but I feel like Potenza took twice as long. But yeah, everything hurt. They started with some extractions in my chin area. That hurt. The Potenza, yeah, hurt way more than I expected. The Regerin, my eyes were leaking. But yeah, everything hurt. Afterwards, they applied a cooling mask. Maybe this was the cryo part of the package that I got, and it felt so good. I wanted to see what I looked like, but I couldn't open my eyes because of the mask, so I attempted to take a picture, and girl, jump scare. But this is me. I survived. This was me after everything and how I looked. So I was really surprised that the downtime was a lot more minimal than I expected, but she survived. I won't even lie, I was shitting bricks for my skin treatments. I already heard that Regerin is really painful. That's what I've heard from some people. And during one of my double eyelid surgery consultations, the consultant was telling me that their clinic offers Regerin while you're under anesthesia during double eyelid surgery because Regerin is pretty painful, so they offer that while you're already under. And she was saying that she has a pretty high pain tolerance, but like Regerin was really painful for her. So yeah, even walking into this, I was like shitting bricks, and I tried to get as many clips as possible, but like filming during this was like the last thing on my mind. Honestly, both the Potenza and the Regerin were pretty freaking painful. I like to think I have high pain tolerance, but like if you really think about it, pain tolerance is so subjective because how are you supposed to know how well you handle pain? Honestly, I don't really know the process just because my eyes were covered, and so I don't really know what like the needling actually looks like. But for the Potenza, it did feel like a bunch of tiny micro needles being stamped into my skin, and the first few stamps are like, okay, this isn't too bad, but because it's happening so quickly and it's happening over and over again across all areas of your skin, you don't catch a break. So like that repeated pain, it starts hitting really quickly. And I feel like the Potenza treatment was longer than Regerin, so I low-key feel like the Potenza was worse. And then when the first needle point of the Regerin went in, I was like, oh, this isn't bad. But then again, because it's like a repeated pain just continues to build. But all that to say, yeah, they both hurt like a lot. For Regerin, they did my right side first, and then I was like, okay, dude, I need some sort of distraction. So when they moved on to the left side of my face, I was like digging my fingernails into my palms, and I think that really helped. But yeah, I do feel like Regerin was a lot faster, so I would probably prefer that over the Potenza. And the entire time I was thinking like, holy shit, beauty is pain. Beauty really is pain, and I hope this is worth it. But this is what my face is looking like a little over 24 hours, aka my face is looking pretty business as usual, which is crazy because I thought the downtime was going to be pretty high. And also when I was talking to the consultant, I asked her, I was like, oh, what's the downtime? She was like, oh, there's typically swelling, redness, splotchiness for about a week. Fully expecting to be out of commission for around then. So the fact that I literally looked pretty normal even yesterday when I came back, and by the time I went to bed, a lot of the redness had subsided, which I was really surprised about. But yeah, I really hope this was worth it because this isn't casual pain that I would put myself through. So I'll report back as soon as I can. But yeah, I'll check in with y'all then.
You got me so bad, you make it all slow down, not getting closer, you're killing me. You thought it's over, I'm waking alone now, not getting closure.